Welcome back to the channel. In the first part of this series, we talked about why you should no more aimlessly apply for jobs in Europe. In this video, I'm going to share with you secrets that no one perhaps has told you about job hunt in Europe. In the previous video and the first part of this series, we explored how to build a focused list of target employers, uncover internal advocates who can open door for you, and prioritize companies or employers that are actually hiring. These are the building blocks of a successful job search, and they have set you on the path to something far greater than simply sending out application into the void. But here is the thing. The first 3 steps were just the foundation. The next 3 steps are where the real magic happens. This is where we turn your effort into real, tangible connections with decision makers who can unlock hidden opportunities for you. These steps are designed to bridge the gap between being just another applicant and becoming someone employers actually want to meet. If you've ever wondered how others seem to land roles without putting any effort on online applications, or how a simple message can stand out in a crowded job market, this is your answer. By the end of step 3 in the first part of this series, you should have a short list of organizations you're most excited about. Those are hiring and you have potential contacts to connect with. To make this process even easier, consider scoring your list from earlier steps. Yes, I'm a bit of a nerd about data-driven decision making, but yeah, that's me. Now comes the challenging part, locating the right kind of contacts. This is what I call categorizing your contacts. It's time to head back to LinkedIn or similar social platforms and do some digital detective work. Most of us have gotten pretty good at this, thanks to social media and online platforms. The goal here is simple. Find at least 3 potential contacts for each shortlisted company on your list. To streamline your efforts here, I suggest understand the difference between relevant advocate categories. I categorize relevant contacts or potential advocates into 3 distinct groups. First group, functionally relevant advocates. These are people directly connected to the role you're applying for. They understand your field, the hiring process, and are best positioned to guide or refer you. For instance, if you are a quality assurance professional in the manufacturing and automotive industry, someone in the QA department at your desired target company in Europe is an ideal advocate. Second group are potential advocates that are called supervisor or manager. These are individuals 1 or 2 level above the role you're aiming for that may not help you directly, but can refer you to a team member who could. For example, a vice president of manufacturing in your desired target company in Europe might introduce you to a director of QA who is hiring for her team. The third group I suggest are the recently promoted employees. These individuals have recently moved up the ranks and giving them more influence and confidence to advocate for you. Look at LinkedIn profiles to spot these rising stars. They're often in a position to help. Once you've categorized your contacts, you're ready to move on to the next step, which is reaching out. After all that research, it's time to craft a message that secures the most valuable asset in your job search. Someone willing to vouch for you. How you approach this step is crucial. Your outreach message needs to be concise and compelling. To get the gravity of these nuances, I suggest you to think about how you interact with content online. How often do you skim past ads or articles that don't grab your attention? Your message must stand out in the same way. So here is how I suggest to make your outreach effective. Number one, keep it short. Limit your message to 75 words. Yes, that's short, but it should fit neatly on a smartphone screen. Number two, don't mention job hunting immediately. It's obvious you're looking for work. Focus instead on building rapport with that individual. Number three, highlight a connection. Mention a shared connection, such as being part of same alumni network or LinkedIn group right at the start. Number four, ask a direct question. Pose a clear and specific question to encourage a response. For example, could you share insight on your company's approach to quality assurance? Number five, balance the focus. Dedicate most of the message to the contact's work or achievements. They're more likely to engage if the focus isn't all on you. The goal is simple. Get them to respond and start a conversation. Remember, your message isn't a job pitch. It's an introduction. Talking about outreaches, one of my goals in this channel is to help as many as non-European individuals who are planning to move to European countries as professionals, students, entrepreneurs, and investors. If you are interested to hear more about strategies to make this journey easier for yourself, feel free to subscribe, hit the like button to get the latest content, and please share it with other individuals that might be interested in this topic. Moving back to our discussion, now imagine someone replies and agrees to meet with you. This is where the informational interview comes into play, a chance to build a professional connection and make a lasting impression. And this might be the tricky one for most junior non-European individuals. Here is how to prepare for this step. Number one, research the company. Familiarize yourself with recent news or development, such as new products or announcements. If time is short, tools like Perplexity AI on top of ChatGPT might help you to gather up-to-date, accurate, credible information quickly. Number two, learn about your contact. Study their LinkedIn profile, professional articles, or public speaking engagements. Show that you've done your homework, but avoid personal topics to prevent coming off as intrusive. Number three, find common grounds. If your contact is passionate about something you share, like swimming or volunteering, use it as an icebreaker if the opportunity arises naturally. Number four is to prepare insightful questions. Focus on topics like corporate culture, industry trends, or advice for someone in your position. While you are doing this, avoid overly complex or technical questions that could put them on the spot. That's not where you want to go. Again, the goal of this informational meeting isn't to ask for a job directly. It's to build rapport and gather valuable insights. Think of it as an opportunity to learn and connect. Appear as someone with a bit of curiosity. Not too much though. With these final 3 steps, you have completed the roadmap to a more strategic and focused job search in Europe. Now, you are not just another name in the applicant pool. You're actively building relationship that could open doors. Let's quickly summarize the 6 steps of this guide that we talked in the first and the second part of the series. First step was to build your target list, starting by listing 50 employers that align with your goals, thinking beyond the obvious to expand your opportunities. Second step was to identify internal advocates. Locate employees within those companies who can advocate for you. Referrals are crucial in the European job market. Third step in this guide was to prioritize hiring employers. Use the scoring system if needed to focus on companies that are actively hiring in your field. Fourth step was to categorize your contact. Identify and organize relevant contact into tiers: functionally relevant advocate, supervisor, and recently promoted employees. Fifth step was to craft effective outreach messages. Write concise and personalized messages that spark genuine conversations and connections. Sixth step was to prepare for informational interviews. When someone agrees to meet, come well prepared with research and thoughtful questions to build a lasting impression. These steps are intentionally designed to transform your job search into a targeted, relationship-driven process that positions you for success. But here is the exciting part. Being aware of this relationship-driven approach to job search in Europe, an entire hidden job market that most people never even tap into, is accessible for you. In my next video, I'll share how to access those unadvertised roles over cultural barriers and stand out, even if you don't have local language skills. Feel free to share your comments and thoughts. I love to hear what you think. See you next time.